Hi there, Libra. This is Kim with your next 3-day messages. We have some Palo Santo. Some Palo Santo. Okay, opening up to your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your angels for these messages. Already another thunderstorm today. I thought today might be like nice, clear, and sunny, but no. Nope. It's grumbling. It's okay. I like thunderstorms too. The eternal child. Or we're starting with that inner child, so playfulness. Oh no, they're giving me a message too with that. Interesting. Okay, yeah, interesting. Because I was sitting out in getting like 10 minutes of sun, as one does, to make sure we get a little bit of sun on us, right? And they gave me this while I'm closing my eyes. I like to kind of meditate, I guess I call it that, but just allow messages and things to come in while I'm sitting in the sun, right? It's the time to disconnect from the headphones and disconnect from the phone and stuff like that. So I'm sitting there, I'm listening to the bees buzzing, and maybe there's like some wasp too. I just hear all this buzzing around, and then so Spirit put into my consciousness that it would be a good message to have people think about what it was like when everything else seemed silent and still in the world, when you were a child and you were out in nature listening to an insect. It caught your total attention, right, is what they're showing me. It caught your total attention, especially around really young, or being really young. And you usually wanted to go see what the buzz was about. Really interested in little things like that. But they're wanting you to remember that because there was this piece of mindfulness that was coming from that moment that you had as a child that would be very peaceful for you to bring back at this time in your journey. So yeah, I mean, a whole message with that one, because I think that's what they're wanting to say about it. The mystic, the shapeshifter also. Okay. Didn't you all just have this card? I'm feeling like you all have just had a reading with the title, you are about to experience or have a mystical experience, right? Something big. So maybe this is still that same message. If it hasn't happened yet, if something hasn't happened yet, that it's going to, or maybe maybe you're in alignment for having several different spiritual synchronicities, as a lot of us are having now anyway. So the mystic is the person that still dreams, right? It's the person that still knows that there is something magical, spiritual, and I think I had a person comment, what did they say? They said, you are a fantasy reader. And I find that that was like a compliment to me, that comment, because this life can be so magical when you are mindful of that spirit, that beautiful universe that's working through everything, that wants to have fun with you, that wants to engage with you. And life can become like that, like it is for me. I'm not delusional. Some might say I am, but I'm not. I interpret the signs with the best discernment I can, and just kind of allow spirit to, and the universe to speak to me. That invites other energies in. Like I was saying on the collective, I had this experience. I'll be real quick and tell you about it. I was in bed sleeping, and I had my phone next to me, and it was playing the show The Haunting, or A Haunting. It was like a TV show. It was supposed to play for the whole time, but the story is I woke up like gasping for air. And I'm not really sure why, because I don't have any issues like to where that would happened like that. It was random, and it woke me up. And then I look over to my side to see my phone because I figured it would be still playing. Wasn't really scared by what happened. It just felt like maybe somebody was like strangling me or something. Like that's what it felt like. But it could have been many things, I'm sure. But the crazy part about it was that when I turned my phone back on, because it had paused itself for some reason when I fell asleep. It doesn't usually do that, but I unpaused it, and the girl was being haunted by an entity in her home, and that next scene, the exact scene when I pressed play, was her waking up from a dream similar to what just happened to me. She was gasping for air, and I was like, well, isn't that ironic? So so those are things that happened, and so that's kind of an alignment of some sort of fear, right? So I don't necessarily welcome that type of energy, right? And so stay protected, because when you're the mystic, of course, you're going to open yourself up to lots of things. So, okay, the shapeshifter means that you're going to be changing or adapting to something in a different way. Like you will shapeshift, you will dream up whatever this is. You're able to do this. This is like, they're saying this is like play for you here. So wanting you to get into that state of less restriction and more play, in the sense of like what I was telling you with the innocence of a child, like that. You have wise salt. I have mystical sister. I have against the nature. It looks like it's going in the reverse, or this is good. So the against nature card is when something doesn't feel natural to you, or you feel restricted, or like you're being put in a box in some way. It feels, whatever it is, it feels unnatural. It can be a relationship that you're in. It can be a job that you're in. It can be things that you feel like you're forced to do that push you to the underworld feeling, you know. So there's all this not so great stuff around this box, and then it feels like you are being put into this box somehow. Okay. So they're definitely wanting you to visualize of what that feeling of what freedom means to you. Tap into the child that used to play outside with the bees buzzing. Tap into that if you want to know what kind of feeling would be best to manifest freedom for yourself. I feel like you're getting out of this box though, because of the way that it came out. They do, and visualize and stay present. The breath, of course, breath work. Mindful of the breath. I just feel like present, and keeping you present. So something might change pretty quick about that, actually. Because Quicksilver or Mercury, you know, it's an element where it's kind of like in two states at one time, of a solid and a liquid. It kind of rolls like little balls whenever it gets to room temperature. And it goes here, there, and everywhere. That's usually the message of this card, is that things might be changing, and you may end up finding yourself traveling a lot, or just doing this, that, and the other thing. Very busy. Yeah. I know that the balls scatter, but I'm not getting your mind as being scattered. I'm getting the feeling of somebody being very busy, and maybe being given many opportunities to go here, there, and the other, and that you may be doing that. That, I feel like, is the energy that you need to get you out of some sort of box, to shapeshift into some sort of different reality here. So I feel like you're very protected. Something that you're doing is very protected here. You know, the wise salt card, this symbol here in the middle is the symbol for magic. And we know that salt has many different properties. I did a collective reading just on salt one time because it has purification, protection, It's talking about wisdom too. It's talking about the salt of the earth, right? But it's magic at this point. So chances are you've probably had many lifetimes where you're very, you easily shapeshift into different roles or to different environments, no matter what type of sign you are. I feel like, I mean, no, I'm talking to Libra, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, I have a feeling it doesn't matter about fixed, mutable, cardinal when it comes to this wise salt. I feel like there's something that just comes maybe naturally to you to be able to adapt to new things. So here we have the mystical sister and the mystic coming out. It's like a shared mystical experience or shared experiences, like you've had similar ones, right? So there is a spiritual tie to another person. It's a moth to a flame kind of energy, but you know, you have a moth here, and a moth transforms, but it's nocturnal, it's night. It's like shadow transformation to me when I see the moth. I know that's not how people typically interpret it, but it's the message I always get is you see these things at night, and they're beautiful. They are. I almost feel like they even seem like they have a little bit more armor on them. You know, the moth compared to the butterfly. Like the moth has a little bit more protection in a way based on how it's built. I don't know. So it's just interesting things here. Let's get your next 3 days. So there's two moths. And there's a tiger and there is a panda bear on the shapeshifter. And then we have the representation of something silver. And we have the sun with the eternal child. Looks like the same sun here, or energy that's sourcing the mystic. The Hierophant. It can be a very significant soul contract, high level, brought together by the divine, the Hierophant. There's some reason that these people are being connected. Maybe a soul mission or something like that. The Hierophant usually, it can also mean like if you're in a teaching role, if you feel like you're in a spiritual leadership role or teaching role with the Hierophant, it can be a good sign for that. But generally on the bottom of the deck are things that you might not expect to see because normally it would be face down, you know, so that might be a commitment or something coming in. A reason why you're meeting a person or certain people. Oh, it's definitely tied by the heart. The emerald, healing, fertility, eternity, a reflection, humility, sexuality, rare, peace, soul restoration, growth, a strong relationship, balance, free-flowing love, mature love, and the heart chakra. So we have a heart-to-heart connection. Knight of Swords. And the Fool. Really good energy. Especially to come out together. Wow. You want me to read that, Spirit? However you want me to read that. Because, okay, so the clarifying card for the Fool is the bedroom card. And it says sexual fulfillment. The Fool is about a new experience. We also have the Magic card here, a magic symbol on the card. Oh, I can't talk today, sorry. So we have that symbol 1, 2, 3 times. So somehow that ties you with this person, or it's going to feel like magic, or I don't know here. There's just something, a new experience. Maybe it is like within the realm of pleasure, sexuality, or just getting away, as even astral travel. It could be a new experience if you've never had that, of astral travel here, dream time. So something new, and there's a change. Of course, this Knight of Swords means something had to change to bring this in, or that is the change. That is the big change. We have the Game Master, somebody that is moving their rook. They're knocking over the king. It is a checkmate by the rook, by the knight. And what's interesting about that? Checkmate by the knight. We have the knight clarifying the knight. So that's what's interesting. Usually I get the Knight of Swords as like, you're making this change. But in some way, no, big way, I'm feeling more like this is they're telling you something is about to change. And it's all because of this energy here, maybe that you embody, the knight. Confident, heroic, messenger, fearless, assertive, passionate, fighting spirit, preserving, chivalry, honor, determined, obeying orders, brave, daring, strong, champion of a cause. Enochian magic might be something that you are into, or something that you know about. Just because this magic stuff is like flying at me and it's coming through now, as that might be even a message for someone. Yeah, that says sensual pleasure on it, and then this card says pleasure on it. 6 of Cups. I always think it's funny when they do that to me. With the cards, it's like they're telling jokes or something. 5 of Swords. We have the 5 of Swords. So, the 5 of Swords feels like it is something to do with that, against nature and what doesn't feel right or normal or something like that. Okay, so after maybe some kind of long fight or struggle here, maybe with the judicial system or something that's very official, I feel like you get an offer here. I was going to say contract with the Hierophant, but I'm feeling that it's more of on a spiritual level. Like if you are led to a new contract here on the material, then it's something that's tied with your soul purpose or mission. Yeah, okay, that's the best way. So I'll just say it like that. So conviction, decisions made, pay attention, offer or accepted, it says. And it's like bringing something to order here. So, and interesting with you being a Libra, this gavel, which you would think would be a Libra card, it's a Sagittarius card. And so yeah, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Leo, Scorpio again, Gemini, and Aquarius out here. Maybe Aries with the Fool. And Taurus with the Hierophant. So this is your 6 of Cups. It definitely says like good, meaningful relationships. These can be any type of soul connection, though. It doesn't have to just be that. And then they're giving me the friends, the group card. But it's like I said, it can mean significant soul to soul, high level contracts, soul group, soul tribe. It says social media, network, meet in person, show up, hang out, and friendliness. So you could be meeting new people that are definitely actually supposed to be part of this good phase of your journey. We will get clarifying, by the way. We will get clarifying. Just not everybody wants to see it clarified. So we'll finish it out first. 8 of Cups. 3. What is up with this? I don't know what kind of group you've got coming in here, but you have like a lot of energies here that want to support and work with you, or give somehow to exchange. So I'm getting a team now too. But it could be that you might be deciding to leave a team, because I have it's paired with the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is when we've decided that something is not satisfying anymore. So, and then the crew here, so there's clarification that needs to be done, basically. It's probably what's going on. There's a shift within friends, and there's definitely something coming in, though, because mystical sister can be friends and people that are connected by some sort of soul spirit connection. 8 of Cups is when we've emotionally detached. We're out of there. We're on a new pathway, and we need a break. We need a rest. We need something. I have the Page of Disc. It says the kindergarten teacher on it, but pages are news or messages coming in, sometimes about our finances. It might be something good, but it may be something you've been waiting on, and until you get this message, it's been a little bit of a headache with the headache card. So it could be finances and getting that message that you're waiting on, the for sure thing that's coming in, you know. Yeah, so, I mean, it could be what was off or what felt binding or constricting, restrictive. All right, I want to know more about the new beginning that's coming in and the change. Because it'll happen fast, is what they're saying with the Knight of Swords. Once it happens fast. Yeah, it's associated with good news. 8 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacle. Could be that you get a couple of offers. Look, we have 3 knights. You could be getting some offers here. Sometimes with the 8 of Wands, it can be an actual love connection or a communication coming in like Cupid's arrow, and somebody wants to seize the day, like not miss out on a connection with you. And that could be it. Okay, so, but if you're looking for something like that message of money or opportunity with that, then I see something actually coming in, at least the communication coming in here. I have it for your day 1, and I have 3 knights. Something's going to get moving. And 8 of Wands, it will get moving. Some kind of communication that you need. All right, let's go ahead and confront the 5 of Swords. Justice. And it's laying on top of the gavel. I like that, Spirit. It's when something's uneven. Uneven, not fair, or somebody is offered, or you're wondering if, so it might be many people all doing kind of strange things to try to get a position or a contract. 2 gavels here. Something's going to be brought to order by Spirit. Yeah. Okay. You will say, have strength at this time. Strength card. Have strength. Justice is coming in. When the card is like that on its side, it means you're in transition into it. If it goes the other way on its side, then it's like you're coming out of that energy soon. So this is coming for you. The Death card is complete closure and transformation. So it is something where you're needing to have strength and confidence at this time, even around some not so great energies. They're uncomfortable energies. That's a negative energy normally. But you overcome it, and you do get some sort of, like I say, justice or balancing of the scales in your life. What about these connections coming in? Tell me about the connections coming in for Libra. The Chariot. They're going to be victorious, whatever they are. Let go of the past. 5 of Cups. Let go of the past and get ready to welcome in the good. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana out here. So I expect some big things. Big things within these relationships or soul contracts to come together or to help one another. It's going to bring a victory. It might even involve, we have travel possibly here. Chariot is Cancer energy. Death, Scorpio. We have Leo. Libra, we have your energy out here too. Oh, yay, that's what I like to see. So this is what maybe we've had a struggle with, I think, and that what we're going to, it almost, doesn't it look like what they're showing me in my, like mind's eye is a graph of being on a certain level with your finances, and then shoo, like complete rise up by the way that this is positioned, and the fact that the ending or closure or transformation is here. It is saying that something's going to be fair and balanced out, good karma is going to be paid off, and then it looks like your 10 of Pentacles is like, then you shoot up from a certain spot. I'm not seeing the ups and downs. I'm seeing being kind of plateau for a while and then spike up. Has to do with the fact that, one, that you're in the King of Wands energy. And so that is somebody that just your presence motivates others, inspires others, and obstacles and challenges don't bother you too much. Not in the sense of, like, you always know that you can do it. You always have been able to, and you always will, and that you are always fair here. In most cases, you're so fair that now you have something really good and divine being brought in. 2 Hierophants and the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Oh my Lord. You know that song? That song's been coming out, but it only comes out in certain readings. I got to admit, it's getting better. Okay, you're going to be singing that. It's getting better all the time. Like, I know I can't sing it really good, but you are going to get in that place where you're like, wow, not only did the sun come out, not only did my destiny helpers on the other side actually secure something big for me, but I'm about to experience it, about to experience the top of the Wheel of Fortune. Something's turning for you in your favor. It had every chance to flip upside down if it wanted to. And all of these are upright. A beautiful new experience. The divine wants you to get what Libra needs to get. And Libra, this is a reading where I don't know, but I've almost gotten all the major arcana out here. It feels like, it seems like a whole lot. A lot of doubles, but oh my goodness. That's so many major arcana. Wow. I can't tell you anything better than that. Spirits got it. They got it. that was it. That's it. That's what's happening. That's the direction you're going into. It's going to be all gravy from here. It's going to be great. All right, I'm sending you love and light. Thanks so much for joining me. If you need a private reading, information's in the description box. Bye, Libra.